Hello! Today we have a special unboxing. Minus the wood, it's about 120 kilograms or 260 American pounds of content, and it's not a neon sign. This pallet contains parts that I want to use to build my own neon processing system. I have bought them from a company that used to make special discharge lamps and electrodes, and they have sadly gone out of business, so I could get this stuff for a good price. I know the major parts inside, but they said they packed some additional useful stuff that will be a surprise for me too. There is no bombarder included, so I will have to go on a separate hunt for a bombarder. We are now at the place where I live, and my neon workshop is in another town, but I had to get the pallet shipped here because I could not wait at the workshop all day. So I will have to unpack the parts here and then drive them over to the shop. Okay, let's go. Not so easy with one hand and the camera in the other. I don't have a gimbal, so you will see the full action shaking of my hand with the camera. Lots of cardboard fillers. This is literature, I'll get back to this later. This is lead glass. I also got some remaining lead glass stocks from them, from electrode making. A filling valve. I don't know what this is. Okay. Then here we have two tipping torches used to tip off. And this is the turbo molecular pump on the left. And what's this? I think it's the filling gauge for the amount of noble gas to be filled, and some vacuum connectors and O-rings, flanges. Ah, that's an old spark coil for leak checking. It's from Leybold. I didn't even know that they made spark coils. It looks really old, a bit like a laser gun. And then more cardboard. That should be an analog display for a vacuum gauge, for an electronic vacuum gauge. There's a connector. And this might be the gauge. Or the sensor. Yeah, that should be it. There's no measuring range, just some order numbers. Okay. So this will be used to measure the vacuum that the pump generates, and then the manual gauge that we saw before will be used to measure the filling pressure. This might be the inverter drive or controller for the turbo molecular pump. Yeah, I think so. It has an hour meter, hour counter with 1500 hours on it. No. Lots of filling materials. Now this is more lead glass in other diameters. Let me put the phone down. We're getting closer to the bottom. Okay, this is the manifold itself. So this is where the vacuum pumps connect and the noble gas. And here on this long pipe, I think the roughing pump connects. Then here the turbo pump. Up here the noble gas. And then here will be the adapter to the neon tube. And this thing might just be a switch box. And this is the roughing pump or pre-pump. I'm an electrical engineer, so I need to know what's inside here. I think it's just a switchboard. Yeah, there's not much in there. The black device might be the motor protection relay for the roughing pump. And then these little switches are for the electric valves on the manifold that I yet need to figure out how they were supposed to work. And this is the big beefy roughing pump. It's also from Leibold, Trivac type. Ultimate pressure 1 × 10⁻⁻⁴ millibar in theory. This will not be the pressure available on the manifold. And what is that? 16 cubic meters per hour. And that thing on the right side is some kind of filter, I think. Maybe an oil mist filter. So this is all of it. And I put this box to the side. That's some more vacuum connectors and another old vacuum manometer. And the literature. This one says requirements for the threaded bases of light bulbs. I think this company had some machines that made neon electrodes that were formerly used to make light bulbs, maybe in end of World War II times. That's pretty cool. And these should be, yeah, there's some kind of journals that were printed for people working in light advertising. Wow. Nice old stuff. Safely company from France. That's cool. I think that'll be another video where I browse through all of these, because there's 2 or 3 folders full of them. Look at that. Good times for neon. The 60s, the 70s, the 80s. And more of them. Oh, I know this sign. That is in Braunschweig. I have been there. It's animated and the coins are falling into that. savings box. It's still there. 1962. The sign is still there. Really cool. What's that? Price list for ads, if you want to put an ad in that journal. Really cool. Tube Light, isn't that an American company? Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, put a comment if you liked it. See you again soon.